President Biden is pushing to pass a $1.9 trillion COVID-19 bipartisan. He wants Republicans along for this. We're gonna be talking about this. According to the Democrats and the Democratic caucus, they're gonna go through with this one way or the other. Whether they can get 60 votes to pass a filibuster, or if they have to do reconciliation and do it with 50 votes. Reconciliation, they get like one every fiscal year that they can pass a budget bill with just a simple majority. That's what reconciliation is. So Democrats have threatened to go through with it through reconciliation if they do not get any Republican support. We're going to talk about all this here in just a second. A group of GOP senators, we're going to hear from them in just a moment, announced a $600 billion counter proposal on Sunday. Now think about that. Joe Biden proposed $1.9 trillion. The GOP compromise was to say, oh, how about $600 billion? Like, these motherfuckers are just like brazen. Biden hosted the Republican lawmakers in the Oval Office today to hear out their plan. Here's a look at the key differences. So, okay, we're going to hear from the... I want to see some of these key differences. A memo being circulated by the Senate Budget Committee tonight lays out the framework and rationale for Democrats beginning their budget reconciliation process, a procedural tool that will allow them to pass the president's COVID relief plan with a simple majority. So it looks like they have decided, fuck the Republicans. Good on them. They could just be playing hardball to announce that. After the Republicans came out, they gave their little press conference here. Looks like Susan Collins is the ringleader of them.
Yeah, I did. Good evening, everybody. We have just had a very productive, cordial 2-hour meeting with the president and the vice president and some of their key aides to discuss the next steps on the COVID relief package. We outlined for the president the provisions that we have proposed as part of an approximately $600 billion package.
What you proposed is a slap in the face to the American people.
More depth.
With all due respect, Mrs. Collins. Senator Collins.
Out as much in the package, the $1.9 trillion package, and it was a very good exchange of views. I wouldn't say that we came together on a package tonight. No one expected that in a 2-hour meeting. But what we did agree to do is to follow up.
People of Maine, if there's anyone watching this stream or the clip on YouTube at a later date right now, then you are from Maine, and you didn't do everything you could to unseat this woman. I hate you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. And fuck Susan Collins.
And amongst ourselves and with the president and vice president on how we can continue to work together on this very important issue. All of us are concerned about...
Susan, I don't think you find it very important.
Small businesses, an overwhelmed healthcare system, getting vaccines out and into people's arms, and strengthening our economy.
Get that jab, bitches.
The public health crisis that we face. So I think it was an excellent meeting, and we're very appreciative that as his first official meeting in the Oval Office, the president chose to spend so much time with...
Sucked the ass of some shitty Republicans.
Discussion. finally, let me just say that we have demonstrated in the last year that we can come together on a bipartisan package dealing with the COVID crisis. In fact,
Bipartisan to Republicans is capitulation.
we've done it 5 times. And I am hopeful that we can once again pass a 6th bipartisan COVID relief package. Any of my colleagues want to say anything? Thank you.
You talk about what the White House's argument. You have to go big, not small. Is that $600 billion you're talking?
Yeah, that $600 billion is fucking not enough. All right, let's go back to that CNN article that we were reading. So they're gonna, the Democrats will unveil their budget resolution tomorrow. They're moving forward without.
I'm just going to interrupt you for 1 second here, just to listen.
Without the GOP, no stimulus deal reached with White House. GOP senators say. Democrats moving forward. Because they should. But hey, according to John Cornyn, there's going to be repercussions. Democrats are going to regret moving forward with reconciliation.
Once again, with the filibuster, legislative filibuster still intact, our Democratic colleagues are no doubt considering a plan to shove President Biden's massive coronavirus relief bill through the Senate using reconciliation. And that plan involves ignoring many adverse rulings from the parliamentarian. Over the last several decades, senators on both sides have refrained from such a dangerous move because of the precedent it would set. Here's another instance where, despite pressure from some in my party,
I do not want to hear anything about precedent from a fucking Republican.
He knew how detrimental it would be to the United States Senate as an institution. It's basically what we're hearing now about budget reconciliation and considering eliminating the Byrd rule is essentially a backdoor method to eliminate the filibuster and push the most partisan, controversial measures through with only a simple majority. In 2001, Senator Byrd said, reconciliation
Like
was
fucking democracy?
never intended to be used as a shield for controversial legislation. By depriving senators of their rights.
This isn't controversial, though. That's the crazy part.
Precisely what our Democratic colleagues are reported to be considering now. To overrule the advice.
To give money to help out our healthcare system, to give money to states, to keep them solvent, and to help them get fucking vaccines in people's arms.
I urge our colleagues not to go down this road. After all,
why is that controversial?
They learned a lesson now that the shoe is on the other foot when it comes to nominations and the filibuster. In 2000,
so you're telling Democrats, hey, don't do to us what we did to you.
The 60-vote cloture requirement.
How we jammed through a bunch of fucking judges after we got rid of the filibuster.
Legislative filibuster, but applied to nominees. Leader McConnell told...
These motherfuckers talk out of both sides of their asses all the time. You are a hypocrite, Senator Cornyn.
And as it turned out, he was right. As our colleagues now know very well, the Republican-led Senate confirmed more than 230 judges that were nominated by President Trump, all thanks to Harry Reid's rule change. This action cleared the way to eliminate the 60-vote cloture threshold on Supreme Court nominees, which led to the confirmation of 3 Supreme Court justices during the Trump presidency. There are inherent and perhaps unintended consequences of changing the rules in a place where your power is never permanently guaranteed. Chipping away at the rights of the minority may help you now, but you're sure to regret that someday, just as Democrats now regret the day Harry Reid cleared an easy path for hundreds of conservative federal judges. Madam President, there are a few ways to stop this madness before Democrats head down this dangerous path. The first is for President Biden to intervene and warn Senate Democrats not to break the rules by ignoring decades of precedent.
The cool thing about Biden has been like, hey, I'm not in the Senate anymore. They're a co-equal branch of government.
President Biden
And has indicated he's going to be rather hands-off.
United States Senator as evidence of his ability to reach across the aisle to get things done. This will be his first test.
But now, don't get me wrong, though. Two senators like Harris and Biden that were so entrenched in the Senate, now occupying the White House, they have backdoor channels. They can get shit done. So they don't have to publicly take a stance to try to whip votes in the Senate. They know what they're doing.
Will he urge Senate Democrats to pursue a bipartisan approach to legislating? Or will he give up on his single largest campaign promise less than 2 weeks into his administration? The second option is for our Democratic colleagues to speak up. Senators Manchin and Sinema stood up to the Democratic leader when he threatened to eliminate the filibuster.
Harris went and spoke in West Virginia and Arizona.
Dangerous. Whatever precedent you set or break when you're...
For some reason, Democrats are growing some balls.
...on the other side, which you inevitably will ultimately be. If Democrats destroy the budget reconciliation process now, it will clear the way for them to pass a progressive agenda with absolutely zero need for Republican votes.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Federal funding for abortions to heavy-handed climate policies. And when Republicans...
Federal funding for abortion. Bull fucking shit. Oh my God, listen to this fear-mongering asshole. And I see that a lot from right-wingers. You go to the comment section on a local news article, and they'll be like, this is fear-mongering. This is fear-mongering. That's all fucking Republicans ever do. They don't actually care about fucking babies. Well, I mean, some might care about fucking babies. Dennis Hastert was the child molesting Speaker of the House from the Republican side of the aisle. They don't actually care about children. They just care about looking pious, using it as a wedge issue. They think they can just call Democrats baby killers and their stupid ass followers, which they will vote for it based on that one issue. And there are like a percentage of people that do vote based solely on the issue of abortion and their misunderstanding of things.